Seen in a short video how pathetic the situation of poor India is. So let's just go and talk to one of the farmers and see what is his viewpoints about the current government and its policies. Hi निर्वाण जी, आपको क्या लगता है इस करंट गवर्नमेंट की पॉलिसीज के बारे में? क्या आप खुश हैं इस करंट गवर्नमेंट से?
पर अब का ही बताए बबुआ, ये कौन सरकार ने हमारे लिए कौन भी नहीं किया। ये देखे हमारे भैसनवा को चारा भी नहीं मिलत है। अमीर अमीर हुए जाते और गरीब गरीब हुए जाते। हमें लग रहा हमारा कुछ भी नहीं हो सकता।
तो क्या आपको लगता है कि अच्छे दिन आएंगे?
हमारे लिए तो अच्छे दिन कब आएंगे कह नहीं सकते।
We have seen how dismal the situation in rural India is. Now let's just go and look at the other side of the spectrum, that is the urban India. We are at the doorstep of one of the budding entrepreneurs in Hyderabad. So let's just go and ask him about his views about the current government and its policies.
Hello.
Adarsh, it's nice to meet you. So you have been growing in pharmaceutical industry from last 10 years. So tell us more about your views about the current government and its policies, and where do you see it going?
Well, I have been in the industry for the last 10 years, but so far I have been left disappointed by the government's action. There is no strict law regarding the patent protection, so there is nothing that's stopping the opponents from copying my formulas. So for me, there is no incentive to invest so much on the innovation part. So I think it has been time for a new player to emerge and who can actually deliver on their promise.
Yeah, so as we have seen that Adarsh's views is very similar to the other budding entrepreneur views. So let's just head back to the newsroom and see what does the happiness indexes tell us.
Let us look at the World Happiness Index report of 2018 published by United Nations. We see that India's performance in World Happiness Index is extremely poor. India ranks 133 out of 156 countries. We have fallen from a position of 117 in 2013 to 133 in 2018. There has been a downward trend in our position since 2013, as we see in the report. Finland is the happiest country as per this report, followed by Norway and Denmark. Even when we see our neighbors, we are lagging pretty badly with respect to them. Pakistan is doing better than us in happiness index. Apparently, it is the happiest country in the region with a rank of 75. China has a rank of 86, followed by Sri Lanka and Bangladesh, which are way ahead of us. Happiness index is measured on parameters like life expectancy of people, social support system, corruption prevailing in the country, per capita GDP income of people, freedom of choice and expressions, and generosity of the people as a whole. If we look into the reasons as to why India's performance is so poor, we find a number of factors contributing to a low ranking in happiness index. We have 70% shortage of doctors in our country, which affects the overall health index of the nation. People in India have 60% lifestyle related diseases like diabetes, blood pressure, hypertension, due to which is mainly the reason of poor lifestyle management.
Prime Minister's office since August.
Welcome to the prime time. So today we have Young People's Party President Mr. Amogh and the President of current ruling party Mr. Abhimanyu. So we are going to start the one-sided debate with Mr. Amogh. So Mr. Amogh, the nation wants to know what will you do to increase the happiness index of India?
Thank you, Ankur. Our party's goal is to improve India's happiness index. For that, we want to focus on healthcare for all. So currently only 15% of Indian population is under health insurance. We want to increase the coverage and bring entire population under universal health cover. Our second focus area is preventive healthcare. Through a nationwide immunization program, we'll reduce the incidence of preventive diseases or lifestyle diseases in India. The third focus point is pregnant women. Special aid to pregnant women and focus on their nourishment through the Pregnancy Aid Yojana will be a big step forward in our mission of healthy family, happy family. Also, we want to allocate a budget of 3% towards healthcare as compared to 1.5% earlier. This is something no party has done before. Last point I want to focus is startups and healthcare startups especially. So we want to lead with innovation and breakthroughs. So for that, we'll initiate a special fund of 1,000 crores to invest in these upcoming health startups.
Mr. Amogh, you started to make too much of a sense. So let's just go to Mr. Abhimanyu. So Mr. Abhimanyu, would you like to respond to Mr. Amogh?
Mr. Amogh is making such false promises on your show tonight. Ask him where will he get the money from? Please ask him to respond to this question. I want to know the answers.
So let me assure the nation that we have a proper drawn-out plan for this to address this concern. Firstly, we'll increase the taxes on sin products like cigarettes. Secondly, we'll work on a public-private partnership model to raise funds for the social welfare schemes. Also, we have a plan in place to introduce tax incentives to companies who spend more on CSR. And finally, removing corruption itself will lead to increased budget for our plans. So Mr. Abhimanyu doesn't need to worry about all these things.
Start.
We have seen progressive views of Mr. Amogh and laid back views of Mr. Abhimanyu. So it's your turn to decide whom to vote for in 2019 election.